What's up everybody, it's Broken Bones here and welcome to Broken's Bedrock Tutorials. Today we're going to be testing the Nether tree tutorial. Now if you want to watch the actual tutorial, go ahead and click on the link on the top right hand of the screen there and I'll go ahead and take you to the original tutorial. This is part 2 of that tutorial where we go ahead and test it, and that just makes sure that everything is working properly. So let's go ahead and get started. So to test this farm, first thing that we need to do is we actually need to trigger this observer here, or this redstone line. So I'm going to go ahead and just throw a dot of redstone dust on top of it like that. You should see that that triggers the system, and then when this is all said and done, that redstone dust is just going to break right off, so when it breaks off you can collect it. But nonetheless, you can see that all of the fungus is coming down. We are getting blue fungus coming into the system. We can see that by this comparator being lit up that the fungus is coming through. Now that all the fungus is done, it's going to restart the farm, and it's going to continue to do that until there's some fungus left over in this hopper here. Once you know your system is working and that this farm is triggering off and on back and forth depending on this piston going back and forth, then go ahead and come in here. You should see that you have some fungus coming into this dropper, and as long as you do, then go and grab yourself like 4 pieces of fungus and go ahead and throw that into your inventory in the most left-hand spot in your inventory. And then what we need to do is we need to turn the farm on. So we're going to hit the green button right here, and as you can see, that's going to get started. Go ahead and break whatever weeds grow there. That's going to be natural. And then next we need to go ahead and plant ourselves a fungus, and we need to also be in the crouch position. So make sure that your character is crouched just like I am right now. Then once you have that in place, you're going to stare at the Nalium, not the repeater, not the redstone, just right there at the Nalium. Go ahead and hold down your plant button, and you should see that trees begin to grow, and as they get grown, they get pushed out. And as they get pushed out, the TNT is also going to go ahead and take off. So you should see that the TNT is going to start blowing up the blocks, and the blocks begin falling down into the system. If you continuously hold down your plant button, weeds will not grow here. The fungus will be planted by you, and so it won't actually grow there. But if for some reason that the Nalium ever dies because the tree is on top of it for too long, the bone meal system underneath will make sure that it turns back into Nalium, and then you'll be able to continue planting your fungus. When you're done using the farm, simply stop planting fungus and go ahead and hit the button on the lamp right there just like that. That should work. And then once you have that done, if you wanted to switch the fungus from the red to the blue type, then all you'd have to do is go ahead and empty the system out. But first we need to go ahead and come on back here. We're going to go ahead and switch it to red. So we're going to go ahead and flip on the red. We're going to turn off the blue just like that. And now what we need to do is we need to come over here. We need to go ahead and empty the system out. So we're going to go ahead and empty this whole system out, and then we're going to see that the red fungus is going to start to come into the system here. Once it's done doing that, let's go ahead and see. That should be it right there. There it is. Okay, so once we have that done, next we need to go ahead and grab ourselves some red Nalium. So let's go ahead and grab this, and we'll go ahead and replace this bit right here. We need to go ahead and place that in right there like that. We need to grab ourselves a repeater and replace the bit of Nalium that's below here as well, just like that. Put in your repeater there again, just like so. That part of it's all done and dusted. Up here, you need to get into your farm here, so go ahead and break out the glass, or if you added a door, then go ahead and do that. And then once you have yourself in here, you need to replace the 2 center blocks. So we're going to go ahead and go just like that and like that. And the next time this farm turns on, you're going to see that it's going to produce red Nalium, or the red fungus. So let's go ahead and head on out here. And then, of course, you would need to re-trigger your system once you're out of the farm. And I just kind of decided that it might be a really cool idea to add yourself a block right here with a lever on its face. This will make it to where you could actually turn off this farm if you wanted to turn it off. And it'll make it really easy to turn it right back on. When you turn it right back on, you flick it, and then it'll send a pulse into the system without having to put redstone dust on top of it or something like that. So now, once we have that in place, you should see that some of these red fungus are going to be coming into the system. And you're going to see that this piston's going back and forth, and here's the red fungus coming into the system right here. All you would need to do is go ahead and take 3 or 4 of these, go ahead and take these out into your inventory just like that, and do exactly the same. You can go ahead and get yourself in a crouched position just like this, turn the farm on just like that, and you should see that when one of these weeds grow, you just break it like that. Go ahead and get yourself crouched, look at the Nalium, and hold your plant button right in front of you just like that, and you should see that it starts to begin to grow red trees. And you should see that the TNT continues to go, and that your farm is going to continue to run, and all of your items are going to go into the collection basin down below. And now, as you can see, my character, my second account, is on the AFK area, and the dropper there is spitting out fungus to him, so he won't run out of fungus anymore. And you should see that your farm is producing items just like this. They're getting blasted up, getting sent down into your catch basin. And if you happen to find that items are landing out here like this on the edge, you're more than welcome to go ahead and take this obsidian. You can go ahead and bring this up further if you want to, and make sure that no items land on the edge. That'll make your farm slightly more efficient. And if for any reason your whole farm runs out of bone meal because your superior moss farm is to not supply bone meal, then all you need to do to restart this entire system is go ahead and flick this lever over here on the back of this piston, or just restart this circuit. This circuit actually depends on items coming into this hopper here, and so if no items are coming into that hopper, it's not going to reset the system, which is why we added that lever there. But regardless of that, as long as you have bone meal in the system, this thing will continue to work. As long as you have fungus coming into the system here, getting delivered to the AFK player, and you know that you have bone meal coming into the system, your trees are growing, getting pushed out, and getting blown up by TNT. If for some reason that your blocks are getting destroyed rather than dropping down in the catch basin, then you guys can go ahead and click on the tutorial up in the top right hand corner there, or down in the description. It'll be showing you guys how to turn block decay off from TNT, so there's 0% of chance that any of the blocks will get destroyed, and all of them will land down in the catch basin. And down below your catch basin, don't forget about your storage system. As you can see, this farm's been running for only a couple minutes and we're almost full already. This thing is actually pretty efficient. So I have a bunch of shulker box loaders that you guys could add down here, a couple of item filters to separate all your different items. It'd make your farm look really cool and your friends would be super impressed, so be sure to check that out. I left links to those up on the screen earlier in the video, but they are down in the description, so be sure to go check that out. And this thing is super easy to build and super fun. It's just like, man, everything's working. You got a farm out the back that gets you fungus. You got bone meal coming into the system. Everything's AFK-able, and it blasts plenty of blocks and is very efficient. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's tutorial. And if you guys did, then be sure to smack that like button for me and subscribe if you guys are new. I'm Broken Bones, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next tutorial. Take it easy, everybody. Man, this thing's awesome.